Hello YouTube, Heart here, and today I prepared a comprehensive vision guide in League of Legends. I tried to cover every single possible question that you could have related to League of Legends vision. I went over a huge amount of different YouTube videos about how to ward in League of Legends, but I didn't find one that would include everything you need to know about it in one video. So this one will be it. Today I will explain you how to ward in the next scenarios. Aggressive vision when you are winning, how to prepare dragon on boss, blue and red side, how to ward defensively when you are losing the game, what are the neutral wards and what info they provide, how to ward Baron if you want to take it and which wards you need in order to defend it, siege vision that will help you to understand enemy champions rotation inside the enemy base. So take a seat, get yourself a snack and learn the game with me. Without a doubt, vision is one of the most important parts of the game in terms of how you prepare any action that you do in the game. Let's not talk too much and dive right into the subject. Knowing how to ward using the terrain is one of essential skills you need to have in order to avoid face checking the bushes every single time you need to place a ward. A couple of weeks ago we uploaded a video about every single ward that you can place in League of Legends using the terrain, so make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss new videos. In patch 13.4 there was a setting added that shows an indicator where your ward will appear if your cursor is located on top of the terrain. Make sure to learn how to place all those wards, as they're essential when it comes to saving your time, so you don't need to go around every now and then when you need a ward in that bush around the corner, not even mentioning how many times those wards can save your life. Dragon is one of the most important objectives that we have in League of Legends. In order to prepare it that way that the enemy team has no chance contesting it, we might use these wards on the blue side. First two wards to cover the first entrance and have the idea of what happens behind the wall. The remaining one is dropped deep inside the enemy jungle, so we have time to reposition ourselves if enemy team decides to contest the Drake. The control ward is usually safe to control the closest entrance, so enemy team has harder time taking vision control in that area. For the red side, we just want to cover all the area around the dragon pit and drop the control ward inside the pit to minimize the risks of enemy junglers stealing the Drake. In order to make it even safer, you can also put the dragon outside of the pit, so even if enemy jungler jumps over the wall, they will still need some time to come closer so they can smite it. It's very common to see that one team is rushing Baron when it spawns, when they feel like there is a valid reason to do it, which in fact can be a thing, but most of the times they do it in a wrong way without properly preparing vision to guarantee that it's not going to be taken away by the enemy team. Baron is quite a tanky objective, I believe the second tankiest objective in the game after Elder Drake, so even if your team has a decent amount of percentage damage or single target damage, it's still going to take quite a bit before you take down the worm. So the concept of warding Baron on the blue side is absolutely the same as warding Dragon on the red side. So on the blue side we need to create a circle of vision around the Baron pit and drop a control ward inside the pit so we can remove any vision placed inside. Keep in mind to use Oracle before entering the Baron area to make sure there are no wall wards that can still inform the enemy team about our location. For the red side vision, we need to have the first entrance covered. Provide our team with vision over the first wall, one deep ward so we have time to reposition or cancel the Baron call if needed, and control ward the second entrance bush or simply ward Baron pit if no one did. Setting up a Baron is an extremely important task, but it's much more important to understand how to defend Baron when your team is losing. In order to do so, you need to use one of these wall wards, as they cannot be spotted by the control ward, which is usually placed inside of the Baron pit, so the vision line is blocked with the rock and one ward far from the pit, so it's not spotted with a control ward. Have you ever heard of these wards? Let me know in the comments below the video. Neutral wards is a great tool to track enemy team intentions long before they get to their final destination. Neutral wards are usually dropped somewhere around the middle of the mid lane. In a perfect world, we are looking to have them next to the entrances to the enemy jungle, so even if we don't have the vision inside the enemy jungle, we can guess that the enemy champions are around that part of the map. The concept of vision when your team is winning is extremely simple. You need to place wards as deep as possible and lean your vision line towards the next objective that your team is planning to get. That's an example of a perfectly set vision line for the blue side when your team is winning and you guys are planning to get the Baron when it spawns. The main idea of those wards is to hold the enemy team as far as you can, and if they decide to walk up closer to their jungle, punish them for doing it and immediately rotate toward the objective. For the red side, the vision is mirrored. In order to successfully approach the enemy base, you need to have at least a basic understanding of enemy champions' movements on the enemy base. If that's your goal, make sure to use those wards so you can ensure that any engage attempt by the enemy team can be turned in your favor. If you're playing League of Legends, I can confidently affirm that you know what losing is and how common it is to get a bad team. So if we're losing the game and decide to go to the area that we absolutely have no vision of, that means that we are going to troll a game soon. Try to split the map in your mind that way that you highlight each part of the map as friendly, risky and death area. The best and the most appropriate play in this case is to place wards that way that we follow next rules. Minimize the risks when you ward. Watch the wave state when you're entering the area, so you can use the vision it provides. Call an ally to back you up if you want to ward the river, as the river is a risky area as well. I'm pretty sure you've seen your split pusher dying a lot while trying to get this goddamn tier 2 tower on the enemy bot side. Well, the idea of vision for your split pusher is as easy as pie. Regardless if the split pushing champion on your team is an extremely mobile one like Jax or Camille, or it's a slow one like Yorick, all of them need vision in order to plan their plays. So if we want to have our split pusher safe, we need to draw a parallel between enemy tier 2 tower and the closest passages near them. For now that's all. Hope you learned much more than other YouTube videos about vision could offer you. Ciao!